we've been talking about some of the precursors to success, some of the things I've seen in companies before they've gone on to build large successful enterprises. And one of the characteristics, and probably the last precursor I'm going to talk about, is just hitting plan. The companies that I've seen that end up doing really well tend to get to a point in their business where they're able to hit their plan. And hitting plan typically means hitting a financial plan, but it can mean delivering the product on time. It can mean selling to a particular customer when you thought you were. It's basically being able to call a shot and then deliver it when and how you say it was going to happen. And it is harder than it sounds. It's very difficult to, especially in the early days, think about how a particular how something's going to sell, how well your product's going to do, how long it's going to take for a customer to close. It's very difficult to predict that and to know when it's going to happen and to be able to plan out your expenses and plan out your revenues and get it all correct. And companies, as they mature, public companies obviously have to give plans all the time and they have to hit those plans, and otherwise they're not going to do well. And you have to build that skill as a smaller business. And people who are able to do that faster just tend to do better. I think in the early days, one of the errors some companies make is they try to rely on what they call forecasts. So they think, we're gonna give you a forecast of what we think might happen, and hopefully that will take the place of a plan. But a forecast is sort of it's a powerless way to think about the future, right? I always tell people when they say they're going to present a forecast to me, I'm like, well, you forecast it's going to rain, but you plan to bring an umbrella. And so the idea is to get better and better at figuring out aspects of the future of your business. And this, frankly, sometimes just takes practice. Call the numbers, call the shots, call the dates, say this is what's going to happen and when it's going to happen, and then hold yourself to it, and then see how close you got. And then to the extent you weren't able to deliver, go back and try again next quarter, try again next month, and get better and better at planning, because the companies that actually end up doing well over the long term have a culture and a practice and a history of just hitting plan. They call a shot, they say what they're going to do, and they do it.